Hi children, good morning. This is your Tajari sir, Maths teacher. In our previous video, we did the equal sets and equivalent sets. And I hope the exercise 2.3 is completed by everyone with the concept of equal sets. Today, the another topic which is finite and infinite set. Finite set. What is meant by finite? A set with finite number of elements. Finite number of elements. Finite number of elements means it is possible to count how many elements in the set. If it is possible, then that set is known as finite set. If it is possible to count how many elements in a set, then it is known as finite set. For example, here A is equal to set of x such that x is a factor of 12. Now, what are the factors of 12? They are the elements of set A. A is set of. So, what are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 2. So these are the factors of 12. Now how many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 factors are there. That means it is possible to count how many elements in the set so that it is finite set. I hope you understood clearly. The finite set means the number of elements in a set are finite. It's possible to count. Then it is known as a finite set. The another one is a set with the infinite number of elements. The elements of the set are infinite. We can't able to count how many elements are there. They are called infinite sets. For example, here at 2. B is a set of x such that x is a multiple of 12. So what are the multiples of 12? 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 and so on. So these are the multiples of 12. Don't think that multiples of 12 ends up to only 120. After 120 also it is we have 132, 144 like that will come. So the multiples of 12 are infinite numbers are there. That means the set B is an infinite set. So, infinite set means the number of elements in a set are not counts, that is unable to count, uncountable, then the set is known as infinite set. If a set has a finite number of elements, then it is known as finite set. So, we can say the finite set in another word. That is, if the cardinal number of a set, what is meant by cardinal number? Cardinal number means the number of elements in a set. The number of elements in a set. So the cardinal number of a set is a whole number. Suppose the cardinal number of a set is whole number, then we will say the set is a finite set. Now, coming to a small note. What is the cardinal number of an empty set? Cardinal number means what? Just as I said, the number of elements in a set. Empty set, there is no elements. That means the cardinal number of an empty set is 0. N of pi is equal to 0. Here my question, whether empty set is a finite set or not. Empty set is a finite set or not. As in our previous definition of finite set is, if the cardinal number of a set is a whole number, The cardinal number of a set is a whole number. Here 0 is a whole number. That means empty set is a finite set. So therefore empty set is a finite set. I hope you understood. Empty set is a finite set because of its a cardinal number is 0, which is whole number. So if the cardinal number of a set is a whole number, then it is a finite set. Now we will start our exercise 2.4. The first Roman they given, state which of the following sets are empty and which are not. Which are empty? Empty means there is no elements. Now first one, the set of lines passing through a point. Here what is? How many lines can passing through a point? Suppose here one point is. How many lines can pass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many lines can we draw through a point? As we know that infinite number of lines can passing through a point, which shows that this set is not an empty set. Because of here there is a set of lines. So how many lines passing through a point? Infinite number of lines are passing. Then it is not an empty set. Because of this Roman about empty or not. So this is not an empty set. Not an empty set. The next one, the set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. Odd numbers. So what are the odd numbers? 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are the odd numbers. So among these odd numbers, which numbers are divisible by 2? We know that there is no such a number, odd number, which is divisible by 2. Which shows it is an empty set. An empty set. The next one, set of x such that x is a natural number, x is less than 5 and x greater than 7. X is less than 5. Less than 5 means the numbers which are smaller than 5. What are the numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the numbers less than 5. Greater than 7. That means more than 7. 8, 9, 10, etc. Now in these two, which elements are common? Less than 5 means up to 4 natural numbers. Greater than 7 means after 8 it's infinite number of, but we can clearly observe there is no number which is common in both. That means this set is also an empty set. Next one, set of x such that x is a common point to any two parallel lines. Any two parallel lines. Suppose here the two parallel lines. What are the common points between them? So we know that parallel lines means they never intersect each other. Parallel lines, they never intersect each other, so that they never get any common point, which shows this set common point to any two parallel lines. There is no common point between the parallel lines, so it is also empty set. The last one, set of even prime numbers. So we know what is a even prime number. Even prime number, set of 2. Very nice. Set of 2. It is an even prime number. So in this set we have one element, so that it is not an empty So I hope you understood the which set are empty, which are not an empty set. So now in that exercise 2.4, the second Roman, which of the following sets are finite or infinite? The second Roman has three sums which are try to do. I will explain the third Roman which help us to do the second Roman. Let us start the third Roman. The set of letters in the English alphabet. What are the letters we have in English alphabet? As we know that set of A, B, C and so on up to Z. How many letters in English alphabet? There are 26 letters. That means we can say how many elements in this set, so that this set is a finite set. This is finite set. The second one, the set of lines which are parallel to x-axis. If you observe the coordinate plane, x-axis. Now how many lines can draw passing parallel to x-axis? This is x-axis. So parallel to x-axis, how many lines we can draw? Infinite number of lines parallel to x-axis, which means this set is a infinite set. And the third one, the set of numbers which are multiples of 5. So multiples of 5, just that's all. Multiples of 5, my example I had explained multiples of 12. So what are the multiples of 5? 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on. So here how many multiples? There are infinite number of multiples of a number. That means it is also infinite set. The last one, the set of circles passing through the origin. Here, origin in the sense a point, as we know that it's a point. How many circles can draw through a point? So we can draw infinite number of circles through that point. So this set is also infinite set. So I hope you understood this third Roman. Similarly, do the second Roman which I left for you. Now, the last topic of this chapter, that is Venn diagrams. What is meant by Venn diagram? Venn Euler diagram is actually the name. This is we have to read as Euler, as you know that this is Euler. So John Venn and Euler together are using the set theory, the diagrams in the set theory, so that the name comes as Venn Euler diagrams. Simply we can say the Venn diagrams also. So is a way of representing the relationships between sets. So the Venn diagram is another way of representation of relation between the sets. So in these diagrams consist of rectangles and circles. In these diagrams we will use rectangles and circles. Usually these rectangles are using for the universal set, either U or U, universal. These circles are subsets of the sets like A, B, C. So universal set representing by the rectangles and the subsets are using by the letters A, B, C. Now the operation of sets by Venn diagrams. So we will show by the Venn diagrams their operations. Here in the first diagram, I took A and B. They are overlapping each other. Now A union B means what should I take? I should take all the elements of A and B. Together, the elements of A and B is known as A union B. So this is nothing but A union B. The shaded region shows the part of A union B. The next one, A, B. I am taking the A element as horizontal lines and the elements of B as vertical line. Here, some portion of the two sets comes both the horizontal line and vertical line, which shows the intersection part of A and B. So, A intersection B is the stripes, checks. And the next one is the operation difference. As we know that A minus B means only the elements of A. If any element of B in that A, we have to remove. That means this part we should not shade. We have to shade only the part of A. So this is known as A minus B. The last one, B minus A. In that B minus A, we have to take only the elements of B. If any element of A in that B, we have to remove. That means this portion we should not, it won't come. So B minus A is equal to the shaded portion. So this is the representation of sets, their operations. And the last one is the last one. Here the universal set and the set A in set B. That means A is subset of B. This shows that A is subset of B. Okay. Now coming to the sums, the problems how it will come. Only it is not a purpose of shading. We will solve the problems by taking the elements of the set. Now here for just I am explaining one example problem. This is actually easy way to find every operation from the Venn diagram. Suppose if I want what are the elements of mu? What are the elements of mu? Mu means the universal set. The total elements. What are the elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these elements are the universal set elements. And next one, what are the elements of A union B? The operation A union B. A union B means all the elements of A and B together. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 up to 10. So 1, 2 up to 10, which is A union B. A intersection B. A intersection B means the elements which are common in both A and B. So this is the part of intersection. 3 and 5 are the intersection elements, common elements in both the sets. A minus B. A minus B means the elements of A only we have to take. Only the A elements. So A elements are 1, 2, 4, 6. So 1, 2, 4, 6. This is A minus B. And B minus A means the elements of only B. So what are the elements of B? 8, 7, 9, 10. So that means 7, 8, 9, 10. So in this manner, we can find all the operations by the Venn diagram. It's very easy process by Venn diagram. So in the examination, they will frequently they will ask to read the diagram and answer the following question. So it is easy to find. So try to do. So now at the end of the chapter, I would like to say some suggestion for you. So take your textbook and I left so many do this, try these sums are there. Go through each and every sum so that you will get a clear concept idea about those sums. And they are easy. If you got any doubt, go through these videos and again go and do that sums. I hope you all enjoy these videos and get good result in your the second chapter. Thank you.